A very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News. I'm Florin Rajendran. Before going to the stories in detail, here's a look at the headlines. A pension scheme for Sri Lankan nationals working in South Korea. Gold prices on the rise in the world market once again. Unloading of crude oil recommences following repairs on damaged pipeline. In those stories in detail, the Sri Lankan Social Security Board says that attention has been turned towards initiating a pension scheme from Sri Lankan nationals employed in South Korea. The chairman of the board, attorney-at-law Sumana Aryudasa, says the discussions are underway with Korean authorities regarding the measure. She added that plans are also afoot to initiate such pension schemes for Sri Lankan nationals working in European and Middle Eastern countries. There are about 50,000 Sri Lankans working in Korea. The Korean government, as per the laws there, takes part of their wages as social security benefit contributions. When they return to Sri Lanka, they receive the accumulated sum of money. Then the people returning to Sri Lanka think of this as some sort of wage or bonus and spend it rapidly when they return to Sri Lanka. They do not think of the future. So we have initiated a program to go to Korea, hold talks with the factory owners and have these contributions transferred to the Sri Lanka Social Security Board, following which it will be paid out to the beneficiaries once they reach 60 years of age or when they retire as a pension scheme. This program will not be limited to Korea alone. One stage of the National Food Promotion Program was held at the Dikwalla Pradesh Sabha Auditorium yesterday. 500 mothers from the area were made aware of the benefits of local produce.
There isn't a leader in this country who has held as many elections as our president has. Every day there is some sort of election. This has become a great annoyance for us because we too have to go there. We have to go to these places and initiate the various programs. We go for these elections willingly in order to do our duty to the country. There is an impending election for the Uva province. He has said to finish this election by the 2nd or 3rd of next month. Some people are asking whether they are to eat the roads that have been built. This is not a country where we feed our people roads. We feed our people local produce which is free of toxins. These people who insult and degrade these programs have no future. We had freedom from 48 to 83, between 505 AD and 48, and between 83 and 2010, we were a nation without independence. Now we are an independent nation. We are moving towards a free market economy. That is why our president has called for our local identity to be highlighted. The president has created an era where there is appreciation for our local identity.
And in headline-making news, the Ceylon Petroleum Corporation says that repair work on a damaged buoy has been completed. The damaged buoy, which is used to unload fuel from ships, had caused the unloading of fuel to be suspended from the 25th of June. Susanta De Silva, Managing Director of CPETCO, says that with the conclusion of repair work, the unloading of fuel has recommenced.
We have recommenced the unloading of oil, but I believe we must proceed with caution. The weather conditions are not conducive and the sea is rough, so we hope to carry out this task extremely carefully.
However, Anand Palita, Secretary of the CPC branch of the Jataka Seva Sangamaya, charges that a pipeline system that is more than 12 years old is being used for this task.
The buoy was repaired 12 years ago. They are using a pipeline for which the guarantee has expired. That is why they are pumping crude oil through it at a slow pace. All these crises came about because they kept using this outdated pipeline with the agreement struck with various companies while having other systems. In addition, they have paid more than 200 million in surcharges.
The Managing Director of CPETCO responded to this allegation.
Whether the pipeline is 12 years old, 1 year old, red or white is irrelevant. What is relevant is whether the pipeline can be used to unload fuel.
රතු පාටද සුදු පාටද කියන එක නෙවෙයි මෙතන වැදගත්. ඒ නලින් ගොඩ බාන්න පුළුවන්ද කියන එකයි මෙතන වැදගත්.
Meanwhile, the manager of the Sapagaskanda oil refinery, Neil Jayasekara, says that operations at the refinery could recommence within the next few days.
Repair work on the buoy has been concluded and the oil is being unloaded. Once we receive the crude oil, we will take steps to recommence operations at the refinery within a few days.
Gold prices in the world market are on the rise again in spite of a marginal dip in early trading today. At the end of last week, gold was selling at about $1,340 an ounce.
In 2012, gold prices hit an all-time high, rising above $1,800. Price dipped soon afterwards, affecting the gold industry. Last month, gold was selling at $1,260 an ounce. While gold prices rose significantly over the past several days, the metal recorded a steady increase in prices between the 11th of June and 11th of July. The rise in the price of gold in the world market also affected the local industry.
Wild elephants have attacked 3 homes in Galgamuwa over the past several days. A wild elephant attacked the house in Siambalava, Galgamuwa at about 10 o'clock on Saturday night.
I heard the noise all the way here and ran over there. When I got there, I saw that my father was trapped under the collapsed wall. The elephant had a bushel of paddy in its mouth. We removed the debris with the villagers and took my father to the hospital.
The victim, who was admitted to the Galgamuwa base hospital, was later transferred to the Kurunegala teaching hospital. We cannot drop our children at school because there are elephants blocking the way. They have damaged homes and destroyed crops. There are elephants around the school and there is no one to look into these things. You cannot even grow some kurakan because they attack that too. So when men go to look after their crops, how can we look on and wait? At about 11 o'clock the same night, a wild elephant attacked a house in Kankania Gama. The inhabitants were not inside the house at the time of the incident. A wild elephant encroached on the Gatadivulu area on Saturday. It would have been about 4:10 this morning. The elephant came and started attacking the house and the children were inside screaming. No one was injured in the incident. A training program was held yesterday ahead of the National Kite Festival, which will be held on the 19th of this month along the coastal areas of the country. This event is being organized in lieu of the National Social Integration Week.
Youth from various communities took part in this program, which was worked off from the Mihar Mahadevi Open Air Theatre yesterday. Newsfirst is the media sponsor of the event.
Each group will need.
This event is being held in line with Social Integration Week being carried out by the Ministry of National Languages and Social Integration.
We cannot state that the peace in the country is definite. The wounds that were created takes time to heal. This Social Integration Week and the Kite Festival is conducted with a broader objective.
Meanwhile, the Disaster Management Center says that more than 1,000 homes in several parts of the island have been damaged by gale force winds. Deputy Director of the DMC, Pradeep Kuripili, says that 52 homes have been destroyed. The Nuwara and Badulla districts are among the worst affected. Badulla District Secretary Rohini Kirti Disanayaka says that about 80 schools in the district were closed today as a result. He said schools in the Haldumulla and Valimad education divisions had been closed. 1,215 persons in the Nuwara district have been affected by the disaster situation caused by the strong winds. Nuwara District Secretary DPG Kumarasiri noted that the affected persons are being sheltered at 4 camps established in the district and have also sought shelter at relatives' homes. He added that 313 homes have been damaged. Minister of Disaster Management Mahinda Amaravira says that relief effort for those affected by the situation is underway. He added that compensation of 100,000 rupees would be paid for each home destroyed by the gale force winds. The Met Department meanwhile forecasts that the strong winds being experienced in several parts of the island will die down today. However, the Met Department warns the strong winds could continue to be experienced in the Central Hills and in sea areas of the island. And in football news, Germany were crowned world champions for the fourth time as Mario Götze's extra time winner beat Argentina in the 2014 World Cup final. Götze demonstrated perfect technique and commandable calm to chase down Andre Schürrle's pass and sweep in a left-foot finish with the prospect of a penalty shootout only 7 minutes away. Argentina, with skipper Lionel Messi looking subdued despite flashes of his talent, could not respond to Germany claim their first World Cup since they beat the same opponents in Rome 24 years ago. The success means Joachim Löw's side have become the first European team to win the trophy in South America. For Germany, this completes the transition for a group of emerging players such as Golden Glove winner Manuel Neuer, midfielder Mesut Ozil, defender Mats Hummels, captain Philipp Lahm, Thomas Müller, Toni Kroos, and even the injured Khedira. Shifting gears into some rugby news, Isipatana College defeated Royal College to win the Inter-School President's Cup knockout rugby tournament for the 6th time.
The match between Isipatana College Colombo and Royal College Colombo got underway at the Royal College Sports Complex yesterday. Isipatana managed to stay on top of the game from the start and were leading 12-8 at Lemons. They went on to score 15 more points in the second half. Royal College was only able to score 14 points in the second half. 4 tries, 2 conversions and a penalty made up Isipatana's total score of 27. In addition to being the victors of the Inter-School President's Cup knockout rugby tournament, the Isipatana College rugby team were champions of the Inter-School League and 7-a-side tournaments.
And that's a wrap of the lunchtime news bulletin for the day. It was an absolute pleasure having you with us. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Florine Rajendran. Have a pleasant day ahead.